What is up, my ninjas and assassins? Mega1 here, and welcome to my Q&A video. Yes, that thing that happened that week ago. Okay, so let's get started with the first question. Do you prefer hanging out with Diamond's Yar, Silver Spoon, or with Snips and Snails? To be honest, I really wouldn't want to hang out with either of them, but if I was forced to hang out with one of them, it would have to be Snips and Snails. To me, Snips and Snails are just the kids that want to be, part of a group, part of, having fun. But to me, Diamond Tiara and Silver Spoon are just terrible people. They're not kind, or they don't think through things at all. They're just wanting to be popular and liked by everyone. Snips and Snails just wants to be a part of a group, not being liked, but just as long as they're being noticed. So yeah, I would have to go with Snips and Snails. So I guess that answers your question. On to the next one. Let's say you're a pony in Ponyville and you're a stallion. Who would you pick to marry from the main 6 ponies? Who, I say? Okay, who would I marry out of the main 6? Probably either Twilight or Fluttershy. Yeah, with Twilight, I feel like me and her could have an easy conversation. Me and her would get along really well. I'd pretty much like to get to know people, and yeah. With Fluttershy, I guess I would marry her because me and her have a lot of we have a lot of things in common. She's an animal lover and so am I. I love to take care of animals. I love being around animals. I love I just like helping animals. And she's also shy like me, so it'd be nice to, get to know her and see how she acts more like herself instead of being afraid. So yeah, that is why and who I would marry them. Okay, on to the next question. If you could I got caught up on the last one. If you could have any pony over to your house for dinner with your parents, who would it be, and how would you get your parents ready for her visit? Oh god, that'd be kind of awkward to bring a pony home for dinner. I guess I have Fluttershy over, or maybe Twilight. Either one of those. And how would I get my parents ready for her visit? I would probably tell my parents not to be worried about anything and don't question why she's there, because I probably wouldn't even tell them that she's a pony. I'd probably make it a surprise and tell them not to worry about that stuff afterwards. I'd tell them, not to cook any meat or anything like that, because that would be kind of terrifying. And probably get the house cleaned, simple stuff, but, So, yeah. Okay. What are your predictions or wish list for new episodes? My wish list for new episodes, because I really don't have predictions for new episodes. My wish list would have to be a Gilda episode, because we haven't seen Gilda since I think season 1. Yeah, that'd be nice to see her again, because it's been way too long, and I want to see how I want to see if the writers changed her so that she had learned a lesson after leaving Rainbow Dash. Okay. I guess another thing on my wish list would have to be a Flim and Flam episode again, because I love those guys. Those guys were, hilarious. Those guys were fun to watch, and I really want to see them back. I guess a background background pony episode, like where we just have a focus on one background pony character and their interactions with others, and how they would react to, you know, the main six, you know, like what the main six are doing, because that to me would be an interesting idea. I don't think it'd be very easy to pull off, but it would be an interesting idea, because that'd be nice to see. Which 6 ponies would you make the new main 6 if the old main 6 retired? That would have to be Cloud Chaser, Derpy, Dr. Hoods. I don't know any other characters. Probably myself, because it'd be nice to see myself in the show. Yeah, okay. But I can only think of 3, 4, because I just want to put that in there because it just seems nice to put that in there, put myself in there. But in all reality, if they ever retired and there was a new main 6, it would probably have to be Cloud Chaser, Dr. Hooves, and Derpy. I just don't know any other characters, to be honest. I don't know who else could be a main 6. What are the so far best and worst key episodes? You already know what my you already know my hatred for It Ain't Easy Being Breezy being Fluttershy's key episode. Yeah, that to me is the worst episode. They could have done so much better with that episode. And by far the best one, I want to say Rainbow Dash's one, which is Rainbow Falls, but to me it was only good because of Derpy, because you know if you saw my reaction to that, you'd know how ecstatic that I was for that episode. Okay, but best so far I would have to say is Rarities, because to me I feel like Rarity learned something great. She learned that being too generous is bad. And we usually never saw Rarity being generous. We saw her being more of a greedy person. But I guess that's what makes Rarity so great, is because she's not consistent. She's like a normal person. She can be greedy, she can be kind, she can be, mean. To me, Rarity is not my favorite, but she's very close related to being human, in my opinion. That's how I see Rarity. So, yeah. Okay. Did you see your fan art on Color 3D? Yes. When you said you drew art for me, I saw it. I liked it. Even though it was the Fluttershy's key episode where I got angry, it was about that. But and yeah, if you ever send me a message on YouTube saying you made art for me, or you just send me a message in general on YouTube, I always look at it. I generally do. So if you ever send me a message on YouTube or comment on one of my videos or make art for me and you tell me, I will look it up. I will see it. I will see it as fast as I humanly can. So, yeah, I did see it. And, yeah. And, of course, I saw your giant wall of text, which I'm not mad about. I actually kind of like that because, you actually provided a lot of information. And it's great to see that. Okay, so, yeah. To the end of your comment, which you said, feel free to break it down however you want. Also, I could give you a fuller list of suggestions, shorten the list, or give you my full brony quiz up to what is so far completed. I'm fine. You can do whatever you want with that. If you want to send me a brony quiz, go ahead. If you want to send a fuller list of reactions of people of bronies, non-bronies, it's fine. Do whatever you want. I will look at it. So yeah. So yeah, now on to another question. If you were in Equestria and you could only eat the food there, what would you miss from the human world? I would most likely miss eating bacon and ribs, because I do like eating meat, but the thing is, in Equestria, that's very frowned upon, which, from what I know, yes, it is very frowned upon in Equestria, because eating something that's very closely to you, like, you know, it's not it's not good. So yeah, I would miss eating those things. On to the next question. What would your cutie mark look like? To be honest, I don't know. Like, if you have an idea for a cutie mark and you want to send it to me, go ahead. I wouldn't mind. If you want to make a custom cutie mark for me, or you want to whatever, or give me an idea of what you want my cutie mark to look like, then I'm fine. You can go ahead and tell me and whatever. Because my character, to be honest, is made for the fans. Like, if you guys want him to have a certain cutie mark, go ahead and give him that cutie mark. Go ahead and change it. I really don't care, because that character's just for fun. And what would you do for, what would you do with $1 million? I would probably split the $1 million in half and give the half to charity, and split the other half that's in my possession again, and keep some of it for myself, and I would split it among people in my family who actually need the money. So yeah, that's what I would do with $1 million. Okay, and next question. Do you consider your pony Sona to be a juice-sucking vampire fruit bat pony like Fluttershy? Or a blood-sucking vampire pony? Or a Pegasus pony that just happens to have bat wings? It's actually an interesting story, because, like, I made the character out of boredom, and then when I made it, I was, like, super bored and had way too much imagination. And I just came up, and if I remember correctly, I came up with a terrible, terrible story, where my character was in an alternate universe of Earth, and he was a unstable clone. Like, he was he was rapidly aging, and he couldn't, like, his DNA or something, I don't know, it was a stupid idea. His DNA couldn't, be stable, and he could basically shapeshift, I guess. And that was one thing, and the reason why he was a clone is because in the alternate universe, the government agency still frowned upon people trying to clone humans, but they were doing it secretly for themselves. So that happened, and then some convoluted story, I don't know how, I don't remember how, but he ended up in Equestria. And before he even ended up in Equestria, he was pretty much on his deathbed, and when he went into Equestria, he aged backwards to a younger age, but he's still aging really fast, and he knows that he's going to die pretty soon, no matter what. So he was just happy to get a second chance to be not a second chance, just to have a chance to be free from being locked up all his life. So that's what I came up with, but like that, I kind of gave up on that story, and yeah, so I just let people decide who or like what my character should be. Like, someone asked, "Are you a vampire pony bat?" And I'm like, you decide, because for me, the character, I let fans decide if whatever they want. Like, if the character's a vampire bat, he's a vampire bat. If he's a dog, he's a dog. I personally don't really care so much to create to have a idea for that character, but I let fans decide because I feel like the fans are, they would care more if they had a chance, had an idea, or they could okay, sorry, I'm trying to phrase this correctly. I think the fans would appreciate it more if they had a, if they could put their ideas onto a certain character, and that's what I decided for myself, is to have my pony Sona be decided by the fans. Like, if you want, like I said, if you want him to be a dog, he's a dog. If you want him to be a apple tree, he's an apple tree. It could be whatever you guys decide my pony Sona to be. Okay, on to the next question. When will we see your face? I don't ever plan to show my face, but if I were to show my face, it would probably be at the end of my YouTube career, well, not even at the end of my YouTube career, it's just whenever I stop using YouTube, which is probably gonna be pretty soon with the way Google is ruining it. But yeah, I don't plan to show my face anytime soon. Who is the cutest character out of the main 6? For me, that would be Fluttershy, because goddamn, I can't handle my heart being blown up and my mind being so filled with happiness when Fluttershy is on screen. You know what I mean? Like, Fluttershy to me is my favorite, but yeah. Again, it's my opinions, so yeah, I always have to state that, because people, if they ever watch, some people will tend to say, oh, no, this is best character, whatever. I don't care who is best pony, because it's all opinions. There is no best. Okay. I'm sorry, because that bothers me. When people are, when bronies say that, this character's best pony, who the fuck cares? It's your opinion. It is favorite, not best. How can you decide who's the best? I mean, come on. It's just a show. You don't have to put the characters in such a high pedestal like that. I'm sorry. Got a little bit off topic there. Back to the questions. Out of the main 6, who has the prettiest color combination of their mane and coat? To me, the prettiest color combination would have to be either Applejack's or Fluttershy's, because to me, Applejack is a very simple color combination, but it works so well. Her orange skin, coat, and her yellow mane, blonde mane, it's pretty much a very good combination, but it looks so beautiful. It looks so beautiful, if I could use that word correctly in there. It doesn't clash at all. It doesn't, there's nothing wrong with it. It's really great. And with Fluttershy's, it's of course pink and yellow, which is a really good combination. Doesn't clash that much, but it looks really good. Okay. Out of the main 6, who is your least favorite character? I would have to say, before Season 4, that would have to been Rarity. But now that I've looked at Rarity, now that I've looked at her more, she's more human to me. Like, she's more of a human being. She resembles humans a lot more, in my opinion, because, like, to me, Rarity, she never stays constant. She is always changing, and that's what humans do. We never have the same opinion after a while. Like, you change your mind on everything. You change how you act. And that's why I like Rarity. I actually kind of like Rarity more, because now that I've looked at her, she's more human than any other ponies in the show. That's why I like her. So yeah, I really don't have a least favorite character, but if you asked me before season 4, it would have to have been Rarity, because I really didn't look into Rarity's character that much, and now that I have, she's an amazing character. Okay, let's see. Out of the main 6, whose character design would be your favorite if they didn't have any color? I guess all of them, but to be more picky though, I would have to say probably Twilight's, because Twilight's is very simple, but it looks very nice. So yeah, I would have to say Twilight. Okay, so yeah, that is all the questions of this Q&A, and I want to thank you, my ninjas and assassins, for sticking through my ramblings and terrible editing of this audio, which I know is going to be horrendous. But thank you so much for sending comments and stuff like that. If you guys ever want to send me art or anything, tell me. I will always look at stuff. If you post a comment on anything, saying anything, I will always look at it, no matter what. So yeah. I don't know what to say, because by the time of this recording, it's like 2 days before the new episode comes out, which is when I'm going to be uploading this, and I've already reached 160 subscribers, and my mind is blown how fast how fast my YouTube career, well, not even a career, it's just YouTube, how my YouTube channel has grown so much in such a small amount of time. And it's all because of you. You, my ninjas and assassins, are awesome. Because I always like to see what you guys have. I always like to see what you guys comment or say. And it always makes me feel happier when I see that you guys enjoy my content or hate my content. Because if you hate it, I like to see your opinions and to see what you guys are saying about stuff. So, yeah. To me, I'm sorry if I'm rambling and stuttering on my words and stuff like that. But I just want to thank you guys so much for everything you've done. And I guess I'll explain a few things before I end the video, which I'm sorry for making this longer than it has to be. Hasbro, if you guys know about YouTube's content ID system, it is a piece of shit. Most of my My Little Pony commentaries have been third-party content matched. And if you know what that means Hasbro makes money off of my videos and my commentary of their episodes. Which, to me, I'm not against, but it's not fair, because they're making money off of my voice as well. And I already have 1 strike on my account, so I can't dispute. I've disputed those claims and said I'm in fair use, which I am in, because I have looked at the fair use copyright law. And right now, I'm trying to dispute one claim that I know is unjust and is wrong, that they have put a claim on one of my videos, and I'm waiting, because it takes a month for the person to receive, well, not receive, but if in a month the person who I disputed the claim against doesn't reinstate it, ads get taken off, and I can monetize, which means make money off of videos. So yeah, and I already have 1 strike on my account. If I get 2 more, my channel's gone. It's never gonna come back. And I'm just waiting for this one content ID system, and I'm gonna go after, the Hasbro stuff, because it's not fair that they make money off of me. So I'm waiting for one content system to go away, so I can get the MLP episode, so I can take ads off of those. So yeah, the reason there's ads on my commentaries is not because I put it there and I make money off of it. No, it's because Hasbro, well, YouTube's content ID system is giving the money to Hasbro, so I don't make any money. So if you see ads and stuff on some of on my commentaries, I'm very sorry, because I don't want ads on my videos. I don't want you guys to sit through ads, because if you guys know anything, YouTube is full of ads, and for myself, I hate ads, so I really don't like putting ads there. So yeah, the reason there's ads is because of YouTube, and I'm sorry. So yeah, I'll see you, my ninjas and assassins, for the next mission of videos. And again, fuck YouTube. Fuck you so much, YouTube.